You may already have heard of repo and reverse repo rates, the two most direct ways in which the RBI influences your personal finances. The MSF is another closely linked RBI policy. This video tells you what they mean, how they affect your finances, and what you can do to make the most out of them. Repo rate is the rate of interest at which the Reserve Bank of India lends money to commercial banks in the event of any shortfall of funds. Repo is the short form of repurchasing option, denoting the agreement in which banks provide eligible securities such as treasury bills to the RBI while availing loans, with the agreement to repurchase them at a predetermined price. This way, banks get the needed cash and the central bank has security. Reverse repo rate, on the other hand, is the rate the RBI pays its commercial banks to park their excess funds in the central bank. When in need, the RBI borrows money from the commercial banks and pays them interest as per the reverse repo rate applicable. The reverse repo rate is generally lower than the repo rate. Marginal Standing Facility or MSF allows commercial banks to avail funds overnight, but at a higher rate than the repo rate. The RBI has introduced this provision to help banks when interbank liquidity completely dries up and they are in urgent need of money. The MSF rate is generally around 100 basis points or 1% higher than the repo rate. In the event of inflation, the RBI increases repo or MSF rates as this acts as a disincentive for banks to borrow from the RBI, causing a rise in the interest rates charged on loans. The RBI also increases the reverse repo rate to encourage commercial banks to make deposits in the RBI and earn returns, which in turn results in more interest for deposits made at banks. These actions ultimately reduce the money supply in the economy and thus help in arresting inflation. So if you hear of RBI planning to hike either the repo rate or MSF, it might be a good time to lock in on low interest loans before the interest rates go up. You can apply for a loan with quick approval and the lowest possible interest rates at MyMoneyKarma. Visit the website right away to get started.